All right, welcome back, guys. So, let's get into today's episode. So, welcome back, by the way. Really glad to have you here. Question number one. I feel like I cannot tell everyone what is going on in my life. This makes me feel lonely and isolated. Okay, let's start with that. So, and there's more to the question, so I want to take it piece by piece. Uh, I think for starters, let me put on my glasses so we can move from a very smart location. Nice. So, you can't tell everybody everything. Not everybody is for you to talk about everything. For example, you can't tell your archaeologist friend about, uh, pet food. It's just, you know, there's a lot. So, and this is the other half is you have to understand that there's a lot that goes into the kind of person that you are. Like, like you're a very complex creature, right? You have probably lots of interests, different kinds, and granted, there might be individuals that you can get their opinions on it. Ultimately, you can't you can't expect everybody, and this is the other half. You can't expect everybody to give you like you're gonna get somebody's perspective. Yes, on the topic, you'll get their perspective, and I think that's the only thing you should look for. Period. When it comes to anything, in regards to, and this is of course for this episode, you're just getting my perspective on how to handle this specific circumstance. That's all you're getting. So I don't ever think you should take anything for complete verbatim. I don't know if that's the phrase, but never take anything you get from somebody as complete truth. The more questions you ask to more people, the more complete your answer is gonna be in regards to what you really, in regards to what's going on. So, hey, when you ask somebody a question, phrase it like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And just observe what's going on and how this person's reacting to the topic. Because, hey, you ask the wrong kind of person about the wrong kind of thing, they're probably going to get triggered. They're going to get defensive, right? And so it's like, all right, well, that's their perspective on it. Their perspective is I shouldn't talk, like, we shouldn't talk about that kind of stuff, right? Um, a prime example of this is actually money. You ask all different kinds of people about money. Some people won't even want to talk about it. Other people will be enthusiastic to talk about it. Others are, like there's so many different places that people come from when it comes to certain topics, religion, uh, you know, food, culture. Everybody's got their own perspective on this. So never look for complete, and that's the other half, which is, hey, maybe that's all you really need when you're talking to somebody and looking for a specific thing. All you really are probably looking for is a different perspective on a certain thing, because hey, all you're used to is your specific perspective, right? And when you feel like this is the only perspective that you have, that can be a very lonely place. And I think humans have a great skill of understanding other people. Like we can understand, like you put, and this is why prioritizing to understand another person is so important. Like in every conversation, like, and this is just me personally, I can't, it's not beneficial for that person to always understand me, because I know me. I spend a lot of time understanding me. I need to understand them. I like that's the main priority in every single conversation, is to understand the other person, because when it comes time to, for me, when I'm by myself, that other perspective that I was able to get is going to give me the necessary backup I need when I'm going through difficult times. Oh, it's not that bad. Somebody else was probably, this is another person's perspective on this. Does that make sense? So it can give you a bit of better ground. So to not be lonely, seek to understand others, and that's gonna help a lot in regards to, you know, and seek to understand others on, check this, seek to understand others on topics that you're interested in. So you can use the topics that you're interested in, and first off, you're gonna have to put your own self interest to the side in order to even seek to understand the other person. Because if you're just constantly trying to be understood, you're gonna like it's not a great place to go from, right? So make sure that you are when you're in a conversation, make sure that you're use the topic as the tool for you to understand a different perspective and a different person and a different human being, right? Let those topics be like let them go off on the topic so you can get a better perspective, and don't take what they're saying as the only other truth that ever existed, because it's not. There's multiple. So that's the other half. Don't I don't know if it's idolizing, or don't like glorify, or like, you know, don't put other people's perspectives on a pedestal. Basically, don't put other people's perspectives on a pedestal. Get multiple, get plenty of perspectives, and then uh, you can put a collective amount, including yours, on a pedestal, because then that's the overall. That's like, okay, you know, bananas are sweet. Oh, okay, we can all agree to the fact that bananas are sweet. If somebody goes, nah, bananas are bitter. All right, nigga. All right, cool. Add that to the collective. You know what I'm saying? Bananas are sweet, but sometimes it's bitter. Like you can go about that, and then all of a sudden you create a better understanding of what's going on, which is why conversations and understanding each other is incredibly important. That's very important. Okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. We're all in agreement. Cool. So, uh, here we go. So, I'm scared that every time I talk to somebody about what's going on, they'll give hate and drag my ideas down. It's the first half. You're too you're too caught up on being understood. You're too caught up on being understood. First and foremost, do the necessary work so that you can feel understood, in private. Like, and this is the other half, and this is like probably one of the best things I feel like is this is I think the best gift of understanding is you can you can feed your own understanding in letting in like give others a stage to express what how they like uh it's just the whole understanding. Understand first before you feel like before you seek to be understood. That's like the first. I think that's almost like rule number one in every conversation is like, yo, uh give others a stage to express how they feel about specific things. Of course, go ahead, have your own like like we got tools, right? You got tools to understand yourself. You got tools, right? You have tools like talking to yourself. You have tools like writing. You have tools, writing and talking to yourself. Like you got these tools. You have these tools, and you got to utilize them. You got to utilize those tools. So when it comes time, you're like, and once again, don't put any one perspective on a pedestal. It's not the like give others a taste of a specific topic. Like, and when they talk about it, be like, oh well, this is what I think about it. But and I think this is one of the other halves is, and if you could do this, you're in a good place, because if you can express a specific topic to somebody that you're very passionate about, like rescuing pandas, you know, and you go ahead and you tell somebody, yo, what do you think about rescuing pandas? And if you can sit there calmly, and if you can sit there relaxed about, and somebody is shitting on a subject that you really care about, if you can do that, you're in a good place, because you can when it comes time to say what you got to say, when it comes time, and this is the other half, you got to be very patient. You got to be patient when it comes to discussing things, and you got to be patient, especially if it's something that you feel passionate about. You can sit there with that passion in your heart in regards to something, and just have and man, compassion is something good. if you can have compassion for how this person feels about a subject, right? Because this is another half is like, yo, no, not everybody knows everything. Not, and that includes you. Not everybody knows everything. So when you are in a conversation with somebody, and and they're shitting on something that you really care about verbally, and you can sit there relaxed and calm, and you could just let them go off and express how they got to express, because you know that they're also figuring this out, and that both, that's a powerful thing to do. Powerful thing to do. And it shows, like, yo, if you really are confident about the topic you're talking about, you're going to be able to control how you feel about it. You're going to be able to control you're going to be able to compose yourself with great passion, right? And that's something you can practice, because it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. Like, don't go, like, you know and if some and it's like, there's so much to this. There's so much to this, because you can't. It's like the whole, don't let, what's it called, to have conversations based on understanding. You can't do that without unconditional compassion for the other person. And this is like soft shit. This is like something like, this is soft shit. Like, you got to be able to tell, like, have in your head, well, the truth is, nobody in this conversation really knows the complete truth about this whole thing. And if, and you can wait, you got to wait until the other person is ready to take in information. You got to be patient. Be patient with the other person's ability to take in data, right? And it's basically it. If this is somebody you really care about, if this is somebody that you love and you want to see them grow, and you want, or whatever, like, you got to be patient with their experience and education. Like, just you gotta, yeah. And that's compassion. Have some compassion. uh you know the other person at the other side of the conversation doesn't always know what's going on either. And when they express these confusions, when they express what's going on, and they, because when you get angry, it's because you're confused and you feel some kind of way as to why things are the way they are. And you just have to sit with them and give them compassion, and be kind, despite how crazy you might feel about about the topic, despite how crazy and how strong you feel about. You gotta suck that shit up. You gotta be like, okay, cool, and just give them compassion and just let them express, you know. And you gotta put your own self interest to the side, and know that your time will come to express what you need to express. Your time will come, and just go ahead and be like, practice that shit. Practice that shit. What do you think about this? Like, in your next conversation, what do you think about, insert topic that I'm very personally passionate about? What do you think about this? Okay, that's what you think about it. And don't go eating people, because that's basically what you end up doing. You eat them. Now the person feels like shit. They feel like dumb and stupid, right? And think about it. That's how you feel. That's how you feel when, what's it called? I'll tell you right now. That's how you feel when I'm scared that every time I talk to somebody about what is going on, they'll give hate and drag my ideas down. You get what you give. So if you feel that way, it's because you've been giving that to other people. You've been eating people when they express things that they care about, that you also care about. And then you shut them down, and then you basically kill and destroy their whole situation, because, you know what I'm saying? You just control that. Control that, and you'll be able to understand other people. Just give yourself time. Give them, like, just If you could do that, you'll be in good place. I know I spoke in circles, but expressing this is difficult sometimes because it's, you know, can't get too emotional or like can't get too caught up in how you feel all the time. And yeah. Well, with that being said, link to the mentorship will be down below. That's one-on-one time with me where we get to work on your style. If you're a creative professional and you are looking to uh, develop your creativity and strengthen your style, I'm your guy. Link down below. The hoodie, currently right now we have the vote the hoodie. It's the community's hoodie. It's got the ACPD on the front with the symbol for awareness on the back. It's got many names. They call it the circumpunct. That's the only other name I've actually heard for it. But I call it the symbol for awareness. And it plays a big role in regards to life because what you pay attention to is what you get. So pay attention to the right things. You feel me? Uh, that's it. If you got anything from this episode, please once again leave a like because it will help get to other people like us. Thank you. Goodbye.